Welcome, everyone, to Gaming Geeks Live. Thank you for joining us. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about
our opinions on the top 5 most powerful Jedi and Sith. Stay tuned.
And as is always the case when Rick and I get together, we like to do a couple of Star Wars topics, even though these go out one at a time. But I am your host, Matt.
And I'm Rick.
And that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, that's just what we're going to do. Our top 5 in our minds. And our minds are limited.
Yeah.
But who we think the top 5 most powerful Jedi and Sith are of all time. So we're going to start with the Jedi, huh?
Yes.
And we always go from our 5th down to our number 1. That's, if you haven't figured that out by now, well, that's what we do. So I will let you kick this one off this time since I kicked off the action stars.
You know, my number 5 is somebody you might not expect, and maybe you recognize who they are, or maybe you don't. But in my research, I came across this Jedi by the name of Avar Kriss. And Avar Kriss, he perceived the Force as a song. And he drew power from all Jedi across the galaxy. And he was able to do this. And he was able to move a massive chunk of debris and prevent a stellar collision. And this was from far away. So, I mean, the story that I read was just, it's just sheer power.
Wow.
Because when you have a Jedi that can draw power from other Jedi, that's going to obviously increase your power.
Darth Nihilus did something similar, but maybe not on that overall level. He was in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic too, the Sith Lords. But okay, yeah, I don't know if I've even heard of him.
This would have took away from the need for Bruce Willis when the asteroid was coming towards.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Owen Wilson, yeah. Okay. Well, buddy, in my number 5, I'm going with Darth Vader. Obviously, the one who is supposed to have brought balance to the Force. Just overall, I think the sheer fear that he put into people. I mean, he's not my favorite, and he's definitely not number 1 on my list. But I think that he was a menacing presence with his suit. And given everything that he had been tortured into becoming Darth Vader, I think that, in his constant, eternal mental struggle, he was limited with his power suit, yes, but at the same time, he could hunt down any Jedi at the time and just destroy them. So, I think overall, I've got Vader at number 5.
So we're talking Jedi.
Oh, and you are right. I am such a moron.
Anakin.
Well, and it kind of works out because Anakin's not on my top 5. I don't know why. I was thinking Sith, buddy. So he's like, deleted.
Well, I was thinking maybe you meant Anakin. So.
No, that's a total brain fart. So anyway, Yoda. Yoda's my number 5. Only because of the fact that even though I'm not, you've kind of ruined Yoda for me. I'm not gonna lie, and by the way, everyone knows my number 5 on my Sith, so I don't need to go over it. But Yoda, he was very powerful, and his species is naturally born with the Force. But given everything, he was able to train Luke in such a short amount of time. Obviously, effective enough to face Vader when the time came. So, yeah, Yoda, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yoda is my number 2.
Okay.
Who's
your 4?
My 4 is Mace Windu.
Okay.
Anytime you have, first of all, he was a strong fighter. He was strong with the lightsaber. He was able to block Force lightning.
He had one of the greatest lightsaber styles called Vapid.
Yeah. And even though it was purple.
Yeah, but that was to show that he was the number 2 in the entire galaxy.
Yeah, so Mace is my number 4.
Very good. I gotta go with a character from Knights of the Old Republic, Bastila Shan. She was one of the first Jedi to use the double-bladed lightsaber, but in the Force, she had a Force. She's one of the first Jedi to be gifted with a Force ability called Battle Meditation, where she sits in a room and goes into a deep meditation and can bring Force to an entire fleet that is fighting for her. So, you'll see that at the end of Knights of the Old Republic. Can't wait for the remake. She's sitting there meditating, and then there was like hundreds upon hundreds of pilots in the fleet attacking the Starforge. She's able to bring the Force to every one of them through battle meditation and strengthen them. Every one, hundreds of them.
Wow.
It's almost like an energy shield of the Force that surrounded them all, and it gave them bonuses and it gave the enemy penalties.
She's not stronger. She's not higher on your list.
No, and there's reason.
Pretty good.
But yeah, that's Mandy's favorite Jedi of all time, Bastila Shan. She was the one that ultimately fell in love and married Revan, Darth Revan of Knights of the Old Republic. But yep, that's it. Bastila.
All right. So that was your number 3?
That was my number. That was my number 4.
Oh, okay.
You're on number 3 now.
My number 3 is Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know,
Believe it or not, it didn't make my list.
Yeah, the amount of work he did, he's able to live after death.
Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Yeah, he was able to beat probably one of the top Sith. You know, well, you're number 5, obviously.
Yeah. He beat him twice if you watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Right. He was able to defeat Darth Maul, who we mentioned before.
Mm-hmm. Twice. By the way, they end up fighting in the desert again too. Not in the series, but in animation.
And he was so powerful. I mean, in 20 years' time, he aged 50 years. And I know that's an old joke.
No, it is. It doesn't get. That doesn't get old though. That does not get old.
But yeah, so he's my number.
I get it. But here's what's funny is I think he did make my list.
Oh.
I do have Obi-Wan Kenobi at number 3. So I didn't think we were going to see eye to eye, but I do have Obi-Wan Kenobi at number 3 too. I think that the only thing you can say about him aging 19 years in is if you ever go into the story of everything he endured in that 20-year span, it was screwed up. He even falls in love, I believe, and loses his love interest.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a badass. If you can beat some of these Sith, you're a badass.
And you know, my list might change as I do more studies and learn more about Jedi like Avar Chris and other things, because we did make this of all time, but obviously there's some
but these are just
recency bias here. So
yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It's your opinion.
Yeah. And then, you know, Yoda, you know, regardless of his failures, he's my number 2, but regardless of his failures,
you're getting so much
failures.
Dude, release your video.
I mean,
do your video and
his
release
failures. His failures were in leadership and in foresight, but in skill level and his abilities.
Release your video.
I mean, he's pretty dang strong.
Oh, he is. Do your video. I want to see the feedback.
I want to see.
He is doing an anti-Yoda video.
I want to see him fight in his prime against Bruce Lee.
Does Bruce Lee get a lightsaber?
Well, I don't want to see him fight with lightsabers. I just want
No. But you should let him use nunchuck lightsabers. Have you ever seen that? They show him swinging nunchuck and all lightsabers. It's pretty awesome.
Because when he's fighting, was it Dooku? No, not Dooku.
It was Dooku was one of them, and then Palpatine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you just need to get a big fly swatter.
Yeah.
He turns good, but you still call him Darth Revan for a reason. He could very well be on my Sith list, but he's not. If you follow the story of Knights of the Old Republic, Revan, who again my number 4 was Bastila. Revan and Bastila do marry each other and have a child. But Darth Revan in Knights of the Old Republic he ends up being good in the canon story of it. And he is one of the most powerful beings ever, Darth Revan. I mean, his story is amazing. He alone started shifting the entire Mandalorian Jedi War, so you got to check it out.
Okay, so we are to number 1.
Our number 1 Jedi.
The chosen one, Luke.
You got Luke?
I have Luke because, you know, he's the most powerful of all time, according to the stories. I know you're going to have a hard time because he's such a whiner, but But as far as sheer power, look what he's done. And, this is including all the stories, even the most recent one.
I hate Luke Skywalker, you know that. But hey, that's why we have our opinions. I get it. I got to go with Galen Merrick at number 1 from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Not only did he have to learn every single lightsaber style under the sun, Proxy taught him, you know the story. His droid taught him every single lightsaber. Mm-hmm. That includes Mace Windu's, Darth Maul's. He had to learn every lightsaber style and master it. Then he's so powerful in the Force that he's able to stand on a balcony on Raxus Prime and bring down a Star Destroyer from outer space using the Force. So Galen Merrick was the most rounded character I've ever seen. I was blown away because, now it's considered fodder by Disney. But to watch and follow the story and read the books on The Force Unleashed, I was absolutely blown away. And he was so powerful that when he was cloned, it was almost like he never died. So Galen Merrick is, to me, the number 1 Jedi, just based on everything I've seen physically.
That's a good argument.
So, yep. My number 5 on Sith. I was a bonehead at the beginning of this, so I got Vader at 5.
Well, guess what?
Huh.
I have Vader at 5 also.
No, well, that's good.
With a big question mark behind Chosen One.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that whole big thing. I did a lot more research on the Sith here. I think you're going to be impressed.
Okay, I bet. Nice, yeah. Well, and let's be realistic. Vader, you got to see some of him at the end of Rogue One and some of the lifting people up, breaking their necks through the Force, throwing them aside like they're ragdolls. I mean, you got to admit, that was impressive. When you got to see Vader at the end of Rogue One,
let him go.
As you wish. I find your lack of faith disturbing. But like at the end of Rogue One, when he's trying to get those plans, the Death Star plans, and he just mows everybody down. Yeah. It's just like, it was an unreal. Like he's sitting there blocking blaster shots from Han Solo and then uses the Force to grab his pistol and goes, "We would be honored if you would join us." So yeah. All right, man. Darth Bane at number 4 for me. You too?
Me too.
Are you serious? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he came up with the
rule of 2. Yes.
He's a master of alchemy and all combat.
That's insane, man. Nice. Great minds. Okay, I'm covering this up.
Oh, mine's written down.
I know, I'm kidding. Well, then I guess my number 3, I've got to go with Darth Plagueis the Wise. Who do you got?
I have Darth Vitiate.
Okay.
Vitiate. But let's talk about Plagueis.
Well, we know Plagueis. Plagueis was able to basically, and it wasn't bullshit. He was, even though Palpatine was using it to manipulate Anakin, he did have the power to manipulate chlorines to actually create life. So that wasn't crap. So that's why Plagueis is up there with me.
Okay.
That wasn't crap. He wasn't lying. So
he's my number 2.
Okay.
So
nice. We're really getting close on Sith, man.
Yeah. So I'll say Darth Vitiate. They also called him Emperor Valkorion or Tenebrae. He ruled for over 1,400 years.
Wow.
And he was able to drain entire planets of life. And he had what was described as unparalleled dark power. So he could easily have been
number 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But I mean, to live 1,400 years, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You should look him up.
Yeah, I'm going to. This is going to sound crazy, but he is still number 2 on this list. I think I said he wasn't, but I think I still put him on there. Even though he was on number 2 on my good list, he's number 2 on my bad list, is Darth Vader.
Oh, that's...
I mean, if you play KOTOR all the way through, you'll see exactly why. I mean, he was... Dude, I mean, I've already talked about Revan. He was... His redemption arc is... It is one of the greatest stories in Star Wars history. He has the best redemption arc, even over Anakin doing the right thing at the end of Return of the Jedi. So,
very good.
You got Plagueis at number 2.
Is he bipolar? Good and bad?
I think a lot of them are. They do jump around. There's real no loyalty there, is there?
No.
Geez, bunch of sellouts.
Okay, we're down to number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we agree on this one.
I think we both have Palpatine on here.
Well, I have Sidious.
What, same person? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Emperor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, for a reason.
Old shriveled up head, dude.
I mean, if you throw in Disney in the mix and how he was still not killed, I mean, he manipulated who was supposed to be the greatest Jedi Order of all time, and they never suspected it.
Right.
Think about that. That alone probably nets you a #1 spot.
Yep.
I'm just saying. And then, given all of his abilities and everything, how do you not choose Darth Sidious?
And I know this is all about power, but I have a lot of respect for the mental manipulations he did.
Mm-hmm.
And respect.
No,
I don't mean I respect.
No,
him.
but you mean that's what helps give him the high score.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to. He was thinking ahead 20, 30 years all the time.
He even said to Anakin was a little boy, I'll be watching your career grow with great interest.
Right.
Yeah, we know you will, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. Good one. So, man, we really nailed the Sith pretty close, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good one, man. And guys, tell us who we may have missed, Jedi or Sith. I think a lot of people tend to be more fascinated by the Sith, just because they're kind of a cooler concept. I mean, Count Dooku could have been on this list on either one of them at one time. And so could have just like Shak Ti. She was a great Jedi Master, the Togruta. There's quite a bit that have Exar Kun could have been on this list. I mean, there's just a shit ton that we definitely could have brought back.
If I spent even a week researching this, who knows what we'd come up with all these stories.
Yeah, I mean, we did get pretty close though. We damn near mirror imaged our Sith, man. I think we got more of the same ones than we didn't. I think we both had Vader at 5. We both had who at 4?
We bought Bane.
Okay, yeah. And then we both had Palpatine at 1. So if you think about it, 3 out of 5 we matched.
And we had Plagueis.
Yeah, just in one different area. Mine was, I think, 3 years was at 2. So, but yeah, I mean, that's without even going over our own answers. So,
all right.
Well, all right, man. Cool. Good episode, dude. Yes. That was interesting. And on that note, please like and subscribe. I haven't asked you guys to do that in a while, but please do. But yeah, let us know who we may have missed in the comment section. Who's some of your favorites, by the way. And brother, on that note, I am outro.
Me too.